Your code compiles, it runs, and it's still wrong because nothing ever checked whether connected was actually a valid status. Here's why enums exist. Say you're tracking a connection with a string, status equals connected. Later you check it if status equals connected, reconnect. One typo, connected instead of connected, and the whole branch silently never fires. No error, no warning. The program runs exactly as before, just wrong. That's the core problem with using strings or raw integers to represent a fixed set of states. A string type accepts infinite possible values. Your logic only ever makes sense for a small handful of them, connected, disconnected, reconnecting, but the compiler has no way to know that because as far as it's concerned, a string is a string. The bug doesn't announce itself at compile time, it waits, it ships, and you find it later in production logs wondering why reconnection logic that looked correct never actually ran. Enum fixes this by giving that small handful of states its own type. You declare enum status with exactly 3 variants, connected, disconnected, reconnecting, and that's the entire universe of valid values. Nothing else type checks as a status. Not a similar string, not a close typo, not a value from some other enum. The compiler now knows, structurally, that a status variable can only ever be one of those 3 things. That's the whole idea. An enum is a closed, named set of values defined once and enforced everywhere that type is used. It's the same instinct behind a multiple-choice question instead of a blank text field. You're not describing what's allowed, you're making everything else impossible. This is where the payoff shows up immediately. Compare the 2 versions side by side. With strings, if status equals connected misspelled compiles perfectly cleanly, runs, and is silently wrong forever or until someone notices the bug by hand. With the enum version, if status equals status.connected simply doesn't compile. The compiler tells you right there in your editor, no variant named connected exists on status. The typo never leaves your machine. It can't survive a code review, it can't reach a teammate, and it definitely can't reach production because the compiler refuses to build code that references a state that was never defined. Enums get even more useful once you start branching on them. A match or switch statement over a status can check that every single variant is handled, connected, disconnected, reconnecting, and the compiler verifies there's nothing left uncovered. Now imagine 6 months pass and a new variant, suspended, gets added to the enum. Every match statement across your entire codebase that switches on status immediately flags an error, not exhaustive, missing case, suspended. You don't find that gap from a user bug report weeks later. You find it the moment you try to build, at every call site that needs updating before any of it ships. None of this costs anything at runtime, which is easy to forget once you're used to the safety. Under the hood, each variant is just a small integer. A single byte is typical, so connected might be 0, disconnected 1, reconnecting 2. Comparing enum values is comparing tiny integers, not hashing or comparing strings character by character. Pattern matching on an enum compiles down to something like a jump table, a direct interlookup, not a chain of string comparisons. There's no heap allocation, no string interning, nothing happening at runtime that wasn't already decided at compile time. You get all of that type safety for effectively 0 extra cost. Once you notice this pattern, you start seeing it everywhere. HTTP status codes are really just a fixed set your router or client switches on. A result or option type is an enum with 2 variants, OK or some or none, and the compiler forces you to check which one you actually got before using the value inside. Order state machines model pending, shipped, and delivered as an enum specifically so that an illegal transition like jumping straight from delivered back to pending simply doesn't compile. Every one of these is the same underlying idea. Take a value that only ever means one of a few specific things, give it its own closed type, and let the compiler catch the mistake before your users ever do. Thanks for watching.